Okay, I'm gonna give YouTube a minute to catch up, because it takes it that. But, hey everyone, this is Chaotic Teal, and I felt like playing Portal 2, so we're gonna play Portal 2. I might have to turn on my... because I had a large coffee this morning, and caffeine was a mistake. So give me just a moment, I'm gonna turn on the fan and see if that causes havoc with the audio. Looks like it's not causing issues with the audio. So yeah, this has been a week, to say the least. I was going to stream on Tuesday. I was actually going to stream an interesting PS1 game that came out a few weeks ago, but when I tried to set up the PS1 emulator with OBS, it crashed when I tried to record from it for some reason. So I gave up, because I wasn't feeling it very much anyway. So instead we're streaming now, because I had a short work day today, and I haven't played Portal 2's single player in multiple years. I haven't even played Portal 2 at all, I think, since I streamed the co-op with a friend in, like, 2019. So, it's been a bit, and I watched the completionist video on Portal 2 yesterday, and was like, hey, that sounds fun. Let's do that. So, hey, that sounds fun. Let's do that. What? Okay, challenge mode is different. We're just gonna do story from the beginning, because this game's great. I don't replay it nearly as much as I replay the first Portal. I mean, hence I haven't played it in years. Because Portal's just so nice and short and compact for design analysis and replaying and all that. But yeah, I think I'll probably do Portal 2 as like a secondary variety stream series for a little bit. Just so I have something to fall back on if I don't have a variety plan in mind that day.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Zone must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise.
I can look.
There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art. You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now please return to your bed.
Okay, that's... mouse sensitivity is super high. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Okay, that feels a little better. I might regret that as soon as I'm actually trying to place portals, but until then, we're just gonna...
You have been in suspension for 999999999.
Hello? Anyone Are you gonna open the door? Ha! Ah! Oh God, you look good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you? Don't answer that. I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right. Don't move. I'm gonna get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
It is kind of neat that the painting changed. But also, like, everything's falling apart. It's fine.
Hear me? Hello?
We're good. Also, I might not talk quite as much when there's, like, active story going on.
Subjects do experience some
'Cause
cognitive deterioration after a few months in
The
suspension.
voice acting
Now,
and
you've been under for quite a lot longer. and
writing
it's
are
not
just
out of the
great.
question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me. Just say yes. Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
All reactor core safeguards are now
Everything's fine.
non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
Okay, look, I wasn't going to mention this to you, but I'm in pretty hot water here. How you doing down there? You still holding on? The reserve power ran out, so of course the whole relaxation centre stops waking up the bloody test subjects. Hold on, this is a bit tricky. And of course, nobody tells me anything. No, why should you tell me anything? Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Why? It's close. Can you see? Am I gonna make it through? Have I got enough space?
It's fine. We're good.
Just gotta get through here. Okay, I just gotta concentrate. And whose
This is
fault
fine.
do you think it's gonna be when the management comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables? Alright, see, no, I hit that one. I hit that one.
True.
Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive, alright? Not dead. Okay, almost there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're gonna need to get out of here. I think this is a docking station. Get ready. Good news, that is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on.
Ah, yes.
Almost
Manually
there.
overriding the wall.
Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes, not bullet holes. But don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time. There we go. Now, I'll be honest, you are probably in no fit state to run this particular type of cognitive gauntlet. But, at least you're a good jumper. Good luck!
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
This all may look familiar if you're, well, familiar with Portal, the first one.
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim.
I will say that I'm not going to just slow down for all of the environmental dialogue to play out, because There's a lot. Most of the characters in this game will not shut up if you give them the chance to keep talking.
Lie on your back and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
It's also nice that in the however long it's been, I've forgotten how to play this game. They've updated the test chambers a bit. I mean, they're also incredibly dilapidated and sad looking. Though that's some nice ivy. I like this bush. It's a nice bush. Maybe it's a fern. It might be a fern.
Because of the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment is unsupervised. Before re-entering a relaxation vault at the conclusion of testing, please take a moment to write down the results of your test. An Aperture Science Reintegration Associate will revive you for an interview when society has been rebuilt.
Yeah, everything's fine.
If the Earth is
We're
currently
good.
governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to reason.
Also, there is something that I need to take care of quick, so I'm just gonna stand here and stare at the Animal King takeover protocol. Okay. That done. Well, relatively speaking, let's keep moving.
Hey, you made it! There should be a
Yep.
portal device on that podium over there.
Yep.
Hello? Can you see the portal gun? Also, are you alive? That's important. Should have asked that first. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just going to wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and assuming I can locate your dead body, I'll bury it.
This all seems fine.
All right? Brilliant.
Wheelie will just kind of keep talking.
See you in an hour, hopefully.
He'll be okay.
If you're not dead.
Okay, let's see.
Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids. Rest assured that all lethal military androids have been taught to read and provided with one copy of the Laws of Robotics to share. Good. If you feel that a lethal military android
Gotta love Aperture Science little safety pro.
detailed in the Laws of Robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork. This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Well, they tried. That's fine. Also, I don't think that I've ever properly recovered from getting the camera shy achievement in the first portal. It is still my instinct to take out cameras whenever I see them.
Any observations related to your performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
But stairs, though. After the singularity that opened up during the end of Portal, perhaps it's no surprise that the entire place looks pretty dilapidated. Fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're good. There are no problems here. Not a single one.
If the
No
emergency
siree.
is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Oh hey, something new. Also, I do appreciate the implication that there are some cases in which lack of shelter from space debris is part of the test. Ah, I see. Yeah, it wouldn't be that easy. That works. At some point I should watch a speedrun of this game.
Well done.
I mean, I'm sure I have at some point.
Remind you that although
But
circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone. All Aperture Science personality
I
constructs will
occasionally
be functional in apocalyptic, low-power
somewhat
environments
speedrun
as few
the
as
first game.
1.1 volts.
I mean, not with the wall-clipping shenaniganry that really good speedrunners use to just breeze through everything in like 10 minutes. But I did a speedrun of this game for like the second extra live stream we did,
Through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you.
and that was like 45 minutes, I think. Okay. With all the plot that this game has relative to the first,
If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of
and really just
welcome.
more...
Testing is the future, and the future starts with you.
I mean, this is really words. This is a substantially longer game than the first game. Both in terms of puzzles and in terms of story. Where am I going? Over there, I think. Okay, so that wasn't my best executed plan. This is fine. Okay. Ah, there we go. Oop. And that gives us... Oop, camera. If I'm being a bit of a motor mouth, I had a large coffee this morning, and caffeine was a mistake. I see. Okay. We need just a little bit more speed, so we're going to drop down from up here. Get just a little bit more height, and there we go.
We're getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, old, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
Anyway, longer game than the first one.
Sufficient power remains for core testing protocols.
I'm a caffeinated mess.
Devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
I'd be really interested to figure out... Oh, hey, it's Wheatley. Hello.
Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun! Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day? Brave. Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty heavy. They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here, so get ready to catch me, alright, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3! That's high. It's too high, isn't it, really, that? Alright, going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay, ready? 1. Catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me! Ow! I am not dead! I'm not dead!
Can't get rid of that
Put the
camera.
internet stick on the wall over there, yeah? And I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this.
Oh, there we go. Oop.
Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Could you just turn around for a second? Alright, you can turn around now. Bam! Secret panel. That I opened while your back was turned. And off we go.
Oops. Got a little bit stuck there.
No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Just hold on though, where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings. Just follow the rail actually. Oh no. Yes, hello, no, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks, we're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving, keep moving.
Wow, Wheatley. Picture of empathy, this one.
Probably ought to bring you up to speed on something right now. In order to escape, we're going to have to go through her chamber. And she will probably kill us, if she's awake.
Oh yes, this also looks vaguely familiar.
Okay, I'm going to lay my cards on the table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't panic over. She's off. All fine. On we go. There she is. What a nasty piece of work she was, honestly. Like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. Apparently this human escaped and nobody's seen him since. Then there was a sort of long chunk of time where absolutely nothing happened. And then there's us escaping now, so Ah! Oh, still held! Still being held. That's a great job. You've applied the grit, we're all fine. That's tremendous.
Wheatley really doesn't like shutting up.
Sorry, I just looked down. I do not recommend it. Ah, I've just done it again. This is the main breaker room. Look for a switch that says escape pod. Alright, don't touch anything else. Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find an escape pod. But as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else. Look at the next thing, all right? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see it anywhere?
Got it.
I can't see it anywhere. Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on. Let there be light.
This seems fine.
That's, God. It's quoting God. Oh, look at that. Turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod, escape pod. It's moving up. Okay. Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it.
Also, gotta love that
slow it down.
platform design.
Let's go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking. I can still stop this. Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. A.
This is fine.
A, C. Wait, did I do B? Do you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay, listen. All right, new plan. Act natural. We've done nothing wrong. Hello?
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what? Oh no!
Well, this is awkward.
Oh no!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster. I will say, though, that since you went to all the trouble of waking me up, you must really, really love to test. I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
Down we go. Also, I'm not gonna talk over Gladys the first time she shows up. This is fine.
Here we are, the incinerator room. Be careful not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like old times. There it is. Hold on. There. Good. You have the dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing
Now.
area up ahead. Once testing starts,
Now we're cooking.
I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk. Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me. But the important thing is you're back, with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing for the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe.
Also, that was the last test chamber of the first game. In all of its dilapidated glory. I appreciate that they didn't just totally shoehorn the first game into the second. And there were references here and there in the first well, there are several test chambers from the first game that show up. I think we've gotten through all of the ones that are gonna show up at this point. I might be wrong, but they pretty much all made sense.
I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test, which involves deadly lasers and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Okay, so this one actually is from the original game, but it's modified. Because I don't think that the pellets actually exist in this game.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests to do.
Yeah, so there are some mechanics that aren't in this game that were in the first one. I think that the pellets are the biggest one. And then there are a bunch of others that are new, which is fun. Like lasers, which are fun.
Discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
Boing. I think Wheatley would have something to say if I actually went over there, but I don't feel like it. There we go.
Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
She's not bitter, if you can't tell. She's a very, very forgiving, maniacal death science robot.
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep.
Camera down. Okay, so that wasn't my best aim. There we go. Right, we need several. Okay. We've got 2 lasers and 2 thingies. So, okay, they do still give a little bit of glow.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
There are several Easter eggs here and there scattered throughout the chambers. I remember some of them. I'm sure there are others I don't remember. But yeah, we're just gonna keep playing the game, because that's what I do.
One moment.
Play video games occasionally on the internet.
You are navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
Crochet, actually. Thank you for taking an interest in my hobbies. Let's see. Does this kill me? No. Actually, I don't think that did any damage to me at all. Which is interesting. Let me make sure that this portal is right here. Then we can just do it that way.
I'll give you credit.
That'll work.
I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
It's always something with her. It's like I never science well enough for her. So needy, that one. Okay, choo-choo.
This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faithplate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck.
Boing. These are new as well. Hold up.
Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
I am curious how they did the timing for some of this stuff. Because I don't think that the loading zones ever interrupt
Advanced
GLaDOS's or dialogue.
Soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass by myself.
Let's see, how does this work? About like that, I see. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless.
I think this should do what we want it to.
Hurtling towards you.
Secondary point, it didn't. Maybe it will with an actual box. There are spheres in this game. Cool. Though actually, I'm fairly certain.
Talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless. That was a metaphor. I was actually talking.
I'm fairly certain that there were spheres in the first game's challenge mode.
It sailed right over your head.
I think that at least one of the settings for challenge mode in that game was portal, except all the boxes are now orb. Which makes things interesting because orbs are notoriously bad at staying put.
Consciences are more easily startled by loud noise. I'm sorry, I don't know why that went off. Anyway, just an interesting science fact. Oh, did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete the test? I'm sorry. Go ahead and grab another one. Oh, no. I fizzled that one too. Oh well.
How unfortunate.
The warehouse is full of the things. Absolutely worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
Hi, Wheatley. We've been ignoring the fact that you can even possibly exist for the last several chambers. I believe. Yep.
test chamber is equipped with an emancipation grill at its exit, so that test subjects cannot smuggle test objects out of the test area. This one is broken. Don't take anything with you. I think that one was about to say, I love you. They are sentient, of course. We just have a lot of them.
I'm fairly certain there's an achievement for doing that. I've preserved several various ticks because of achievements in these games.
This next test involves emancipation grills. Remember, I told you about them in the last test area that did not have one.
Here we go.
Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There. If you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
I'm fairly certain, if I'm remembering my arbitrary portal trivia correctly, that what GLaDOS says there is actually an incredibly fast passage from Moby Dick. Also, I need to run to the restroom quick, so I'm gonna stand here and stare at this emancipation grill. I'll be right back. Okay. Back to science. Assuming the game didn't just crash. Hopefully, there we go. Also, the way I have this set up is a little weird. Normally when I'm playing PC games for a stream, I would put the game over on the TV and I'd put the game over on the TV and have OBS and YouTube up on my laptop screen. I have the opposite going on right now because I am so not used to playing Oh man, this one. I think? Is this the one? I don't remember.
Hey, it's me! I'm okay!
Well, I'm back. The aerial faceplate in here is sending a distress
But I'm so not used to playing Portal with a controller.
Didn't you? There. Try it now.
Believe what happened, right? I was just lying there. You thought I was done.
This plate must not be calibrated to someone of your generousness. I'll add a few zeros to the maximum weight. You look great, by the way. Very healthy. Try it now.
Bird, right? Couldn't believe it either. And then
You seem to have defeated its load-bearing capacity. Well done. I'll just lower the ceiling.
Let's see. Ah, there we go. Cool. Okay, this isn't the one that I thought it was. Time to science ourselves this way. Time to science ourselves the other way. Because, haha, whoops. Oop. Now we can go this way. And actually, this will be faster. Kerchoo. I don't think that it's possible for these lasers to actually kill you. But they are annoying.
Look at you, sailing through the air majestically, like an eagle, piloting a blimp.
Oh, just a little bit off. Generally speaking, the Portal games are pretty generous with what they will allow to connect through portals. I mean, I think you could turn off the automatic funneling into portals when you're falling. But it does... I mean, I'm sure you've noticed as I've been
this next test.
falling
I'm
towards
going to
stuff
the surface. It's a beautiful
that it will kind of
day.
shift me
Yesterday I
to
saw
land
you.
through the portal rather
If
than
it's off this
to the
next
edges.
day, maybe I'll let you ride an elevator all the way up to the break room.
Ah, this
And
one.
I'll tell you about the time
This is
I
the
saw
one.
deer again.
So, there is an achievement for completing this test chamber in under 60 seconds, I think? I've gotten every single player achievement in the game. I don't remember whether I've gotten all of the multiplayer ones. Whoops. Didn't bother, come on. Yeah, I don't remember whether I've gotten all the multiplayer ones. But... suffice to say, this was a fun one to get. And by fun, I do mostly actually mean fun. It just took a lot of tries. Oh, hello there. Okay. Now with this, we can drop back down, because we need a box over there. So we can pull the old switcheroo. Snag a portal over there. We'll get back to that in a moment. Bing bong. Yeah, they're fairly generous. They're not like Well, you'll still know if you screw up. I think the time stops for that one once you put the box on the button.
Didn't see the deer today. I did see some humans, but with you here, I've got more test subjects than I'll ever need.
I'm fairly certain that I didn't do it, because it's been a while since I've tried, and also I wouldn't necessarily know, given that, words, what are they? Given that I've already gotten it, it wouldn't show up a second time. Okay, there actually are several of the co-op achievements that I haven't gotten. So now I know.
These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it.
These are cool. I just really like these conceptually. Okay, so that's gonna keep going now. So we are going to make a terrible mistake. Oops. Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Zip. Bonk. There we go. Then... yeah, something like this. Get button over here. One of these days, I should really do an in-depth analysis
You're a predator,
of
and
Portal
these
2.
tests are your prey. Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test. Do you know who else murders people who are only trying to help them? Did you guess sharks? Because that's wrong. The correct answer is nobody. Nobody but you is that pointlessly cruel.
If you haven't seen it, several years ago I did a stream of Portal that was like 4 hours long,
Good news.
and I played through the entire game very slowly and took several pages of notes on it.
When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lobby. That way future generations can learn from you how not to have your unfortunate bone structure.
So at some point I might do that with Portal 2. Just play through and analyze the whole thing.
I guess somebody's going to have to repair that too. No, don't get up. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything.
Oh well.
Hey, up here. I found some bird eggs up here. Just dropped them into the door mechanism. Shut it right down. Bird, 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 bird.
Seems about right.
That's probably the bird in it that laid the eggs. Livid. Okay, look, the point is, we're gonna break out of here, alright? Very soon, I promise, I promise. I just have to figure out how to break us out of here. Here she comes, just keep testing. Remember, you never saw me, never saw me.
What a brilliant mind that one.
Mainframe. Let's just say he won't be, well, living anymore. Anyway, back to testing.
Right. Ooh. Also, light bridges going with vertical portals are a little bit silly. They don't really accomplish much. Well, that's not entirely true. There are some applications for...
You did so well. I'm going to note this on your file in the commendation section.
There are some applications for vertical light bridges, but there aren't too many of them.
Enough. This next test involves turrets. You remember them?
Ah, yes.
They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds.
Gun.
Good luck.
Interestingly enough, Portal 2 actually removed the blood splatter effects that occur when you get shot. Bonk. This isn't an exact recreation of the first turret chamber in Portal, but it is very similar in structure. Can I use one of you, or do I have to go get a box? I have to go get a box. Fine. There are very few instances in the series where they allow you to use a turret instead of a box. This seems fine. We're good. All is well.
To maintain a constant testing cycle, I simulate daylight at all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time. The point is, yesterday was your birthday. I thought you'd want to know.
Oh, there we go. Oh, right, this one's super interesting. Okay. Youch.
You know how I'm going to live forever, but you're going to be dead in 60 years? Well,
There are a ton of different ways to do this one.
Birthday present for you. Well, more of a belated birthday medical procedure. Well, technically, it's a medical experiment. What's important is it's a present.
So those little nodes activate when you fire the laser through them. And I just really like the concept of that chamber.
That's not me talking. It's right here in your file. On other people it looks
So there are a bunch of different ways that you can use the...
has noted that on you it looks stupid. Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably... Oh, wait. It's a she. Still, what does she know? Oh wait, it says
Boop.
she has a medical degree. In fashion. From France.
Okay, you can't quite pick up stuff on the other side of a light bridge, but you can do that. Oop. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't remember the optimal approach to this one. Fairly certain. It goes something like this. No bother. Not bother. Okay. Bonk. So, current problem. Ah, right. Okay. Okay, that was a poor decision. I put that too high. Put that too low. Just right. These turrets are pretty bad at aiming up. I do enjoy messing with the turrets in this game.
The list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I managed to find 2 with your last name. A man and a woman. So that's interesting. It's a small world. I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise. So I'll just give you a hint. It involves meeting 2 people you haven't seen in a long time.
Ah, yes. Guns. The musical. The game show. The novelization, the ride. What's this do? Ah, lasers. Right. Hehehe. Hehehe. They're just... they're so musical. They have such a lovely tonal quality to their commentary and subsequent explosion. I believe there may also be an achievement for getting through this test chamber without blowing up any of the turrets. I, obviously didn't get that this time. Also, I'm fairly certain that they either sell or used to sell little blind box turret figures using some of the designs that go by on that elevator room screen.
It says this next test was designed by one of Aperture's Nobel Prize winners. It doesn't say what the prize was for. Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin.
Okay. That button opens the door. let's see. Oh yeah, that probably would be a better spot for that. Okay, come on, little box. Going on an adventure. One of my favorite things about the new mechanics in this game
I bet you think I forgot about
is
your
just
surprise.
how
I didn't. In fact, we're
how
headed to a
dynamic things
surprise
can end
right
up.
now. After all these years, I'm getting choked up.
There really
just
weren't a
thinking
lot
about
of...
it.
I mean, there were a few times where you could place a portal and drop something onto a button, for instance. Or drop stuff onto a turret. Things like that. But there wasn't a lot of dynamic solution to...
Initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1. I made it all up. Surprise.
Yay.
Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you.
Words. What are? Yeah, they really don't want you to, take out that turret. But... anyway, there weren't a lot of dynamic solutions in the first game. Also, this is an application for vertical light bridges. Ouch. Turrets are pretty fast. Okay, what I want to see about is... ah, did we take care of it? We did. Cool. That makes my job significantly easier. Anyway, to hopefully finally complete... They really don't want to put it... My guess is that they're being extremely generous with this one because it would be very difficult... Oh, we can just grab it from here, that's fine. It'd be very difficult to... aim from across the room and successfully hit a thingy. Successfully do what you want it to do, essentially. We're gonna try... Okay. Though actually that might need... Ah, okay. I see how this is gonna work now. We need to cut across these two. Oh, this is so close to working. I don't feel like that should work, but it does. Sometimes that's how it goes with these lasers, though.
I feel awful about that surprise.
7.
Tell you what, let's give your parents a call right now.
The birth parents you are trying to reach do not love you. Please hang up.
Oh, that's sad. But impressive. Maybe they worked at the phone company.
Of course, now we have another problem. And that is, I don't remember how to get over there. I mean, presumably. Wait a minute, I've been massively overcomplicating this. Well, that'd do it. This is fine. Everything is good. There is nothing wrong at all. Choo-choo.
Hey, how's it going? I talked my way onto the
Oh, well, hello.
hot work crew rebuilding this shaft. They are really small. So, oh, I know, Jerry. No, I'm on a break, mate. On a break. Ah! Just hang in there for 5 more. What, Jerry? You can't fire me for that. Yes, Jerry. Or maybe your prejudiced work site should have accommodated a nanobot of my size. Thanks for the hate crime, Jer. See you in court, mate. Anyway, look, just hang in there for 5 more chambers.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while, so I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math.
That's an interpretation. Ooh, I have vague memories of this one. Emphasis on vague, though. Ooh. This have a bouncy thing? No, this is the entrance. That's gonna need some addressing. I don't... I can just portal over there. That's 1 box. And I can't just portal the laser out of there. But I'm getting some possible signals that it wants me to start over there. Oop. Up goes the camera. There we go. I should have brought a box. Oops. There we go. That should do it. Yep. Okay. Now that I know how this works again, I can mess up. Which really just seems par for the course. Oh. I'll take it. Hopefully that's high enough. It is in fact high enough. Oops. I missed one. Bye.
I thought about our dilemma.
You know?
And I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us.
I'm not sure. You know, just saying hypothetically. If there was a laser accessible to me, and I picked up a turret and held it in front of the laser, I'm not sure whether the explosion would kill me or not.
Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber is looking pretty good. That's right. The facility is completely operational again.
Okay. This is a fun one. You get one set of portals, there's no way to connect a straight line of sight. But if we do it that way, they just all cross so beautifully. I think there's an achievement associated with that one as well.
Even better than they did before. It was easy, really. You just have to look at things objectively, see what you don't need.
The achievement on that one might be using a low number of portals. I don't remember exactly. Also, I'm starting to realize that I'm rather hungry.
After this next test, not a fake, tragic surprise like last time.
So,
A real surprise with tragic consequences.
I'm going to...
And real confetti this time. The good stuff. Our last bag. Part of me's going
Sorry
to
about the
miss it.
crinkly
But
wrapping
at
noises.
the end of the day, it was just taking up space.
I'm going to mute the mic real quick and eat a granola bar, and then we'll keep going. Okay. And we are back once again, and it's going to take it a moment to get back to... There we go. Let's go.
What's going on? Who turned off the lights?
Hey, buddy. I'm speaking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing. I know I'm early, but we...
Look, Metal Ball, I can hear you.
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! 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 Come on, I'm closing the doors. Okay, quick recap. We are...
This is fine.
Alright, that's what's happening now. We're escaping. So you're doing great. Just keep running. Quick word about the future plans that I've got in store. We're going to shut down her turret production line, alright? Turn off her neurotoxin and then confront her. Again, though, for the moment, run! Run, for goodness sake.
The irony is you were almost at the last test. Here it is. Why don't you just do it? Trust me, it's an easier way out than whatever asinine plan your friend came up with.
Oh, what? Come, how stupid does she think we are?
There is an achievement, as I have said many times, for falling for that.
Come on, come on! Ah! What's going on in there? Can you get out?
Oop.
I heard gunfire. It's a bit like this, but look out for the gunfire.
Oop.
Probably doesn't help at this point, but I haven't been twice. You're okay? Great, come on.
Really, it's quite entertaining
This way.
how many
Hurry!
you will die fake outs they pull in this game. And it's like, obviously this is a death trap, but also there's an achievement for it.
Bring in the whole place down. Hurry! Hurry! This way! Hurry! This way! In the lift!
This is fine.
We made it!
Everything's fine. Nothing is broken. This game also really likes its two-door loading zones. In case you've ever wondered about passages like that in games, I mean, Symphony of the Night and some of the other similar Castlevania games really like those too.
Brilliant. You made it through. Well done.
I think Aria of Sorrow has several.
At least she can't touch us back here. What's happening? Okay. Okay, don't move.
Ah, yes.
Alright, so...
Darkness.
got an idea, but it is bloody dangerous. Here we go. Ah! Oh, for God's... They told me that if I ever turn this flashlight on, I would die. They told me that about everything. I mean, I don't even know why they bothered giving me this stuff if they didn't want me to use it. It's pointless. Mad. Ooh. It's dark down here, isn't it?
Correct.
They say that the old caretaker of this place went absolutely crazy. Chopped up his entire staff of robots, all all of them robots. They say at night you can still hear the screams of their replicas. All of them functionally indistinguishable from the originals. No memory of the incident. Nobody knows what they're screaming about. Absolutely terrifying. Though obviously not paranormal in any meaningful way. Careful, careful. Wait, careful. Let me light this jump for you.
Thanks.
Okay, this looks dangerous. I'll hold the light steady. Oh, nicely done.
There's also a whole lot more. I mean, as we have already seen.
Quick, this way. Here's an interesting story.
There's a whole lot more
I almost got a job down here in manufacturing, but
running
guess who the
around.
foreman went with? Only an exact duplicate of himself. Nepotism. Ended up giving me the worst possible job, tending to all the smelly humans.
There's a lot more running around outside of the testing chambers in this game.
Just attending to the humans. Sorry about that. That just slipped out. You're being sensitive.
Oh, there we go.
The smelly humans.
Alright, fine.
We've got to get you out of that room. Can you reach that wall back there?
Got it.
Okay, there's another wall over here. Oh, I'll tell you, humans. Oh, love them. Just the way they look is great, and their your folklore, wonderful and very colourful.
Oh, good, lights.
Right. Well, I'm gonna take this rail down the back way.
There are several places throughout the game where, I mean, going through a loading zone, it doesn't matter anyway. You lose both your portals as soon as you go through a loading zone. Because, you know, they're unloaded. But there are several places where they'll make you use both of your portals to get to a place, so you can't get back from one to another.
Turret redemption lines active. Please do not engage with turrets heading towards redemption. Turret redemption lines are not rides. Please exit the turret redemption line.
Whoops. I do like that, especially in Portal 2, where there's a lot more of... Well, there's a lot more visual variety in Portal 2.
Turret redemption lines active. Please do not engage with turrets heading towards redemption. Turret redemption lines are not rides. Please exit the turret redemption line.
There's a lot more visual variety in this game, compared to the first, which was very exclusively sterile and contained until the very last section of the game. You can... Yeah.
Alright, stand back, everybody. Well, can't win them all. Watch and learn, everyone. Watch and learn.
Complete a thought. Complete a thought. Okay.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
Portal 2 is more visually diverse than Portal 1, which is pretty solidly sterile and
Target acquired.
plain
So, what am I, supposed to do?
until... Right.
Right on the button. No can do.
Pretty solidly sterile and plain until the last chapter of the game. But both of them keep the same general
Template.
imaging procedure Hi. To tell you where you can and can't portal, just to highlight stuff in general.
Response.
What I'm saying is the visual design in these games is really good.
You're gonna love this. Almost there. Ta-da! Only the turret control center. Thank you very much. See that scanner out there? Right? It's deciding which turrets to keep and which to toss, and it's using that master turret there as a template. Now, if we pull out the template turret, it'll shut down the whole production line. Right. I'm gonna have to hack the door so that we can get at it. Technical. You'll need to turn around while I do.
Response.
Done. Hacked.
Template.
Okay, go on. Just pull that turret out.
Template.
Well, that should do it.
Template missing. Continuing from memory.
Oh, it hasn't done it. What do you have there?
Response.
What are you? Oh, brilliant! That's brilliant.
New template accepted. Response.
If we're lucky, she won't find out all her turrets are crap until it's too late. Classic. Okay, keep your eye on the turret line. I'm gonna go and hack the door
Response.
open. Okay, I'm about to start hacking.
I do enjoy the defective turrets.
Complicated than it looked from your side. It should take about 10 minutes.
Template.
Keep one eye on the door.
Response.
This
Template.
door's actually pretty complicated. How long's the door been open? I mean, was there any sort of announcement before it opened, like a buzzer or an alarm of some kind, or like a hacker alert? I mean, you know, fair enough. The important thing is it's open, but just mention in the future, cough or something. All right, now she can't use her turrets, so let's go and take care of that neurotoxin generator as well. Bring your daughter to work day. That did not end well. And 40 potato batteries. Embarrassing. I mean, I realise they're children, but still, you know, low-hanging fruit and all that. Barely science, really, is it? Baking soda volcano. Well, you know, at least it's not a potato battery, I'll give it that, but it's not terrifically original, is it? You know what I mean? Not exactly primary research, even within the child sciences. Look at that, it's growing right up into the ceiling. The whole place is probably overrun with potatoes at this point, isn't it? At least you won't starve, though.
Fairly certain. I don't remember at this point. One of those boards has Chal's name on it.
I'm pretty sure we're going the right way, just to reassure you.
Which is like the only legitimate lore we get about this character.
I'm absolutely guaranteeing you 100% that it's this way. No, it's not this way. Okay, let's try this way.
I do really like Wheatley. I definitely had him as my Steam avatar for a while, when I was like 14. That was before the Henry the Dark Mage phase, which I was in for a couple of years after I played Fire Emblem Awakening.
This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, you know, push it over. Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate.
I would love to see, like...
There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, really. They do feel pain, of a sort. It's all simulated, you know. But,
I'd love to see an animated series of, like, children's crayon art style.
Well done. Let's see what's it. Good news. I can use this equipment to shut down the neurotoxin system. It is, however, password.
I would love to see a series like that,
Don't worry, all right? Not a problem for me.
where
Actually, while I work on it.
it's just Portal 2 according to Wheatley.
The hardest part of any hack.
And it shows how he believes everything's going to go
Do you smell the
in
neurotoxin? Hold up, the neurotoxin levels are going down. So whatever you're doing, keep doing.
goofy
Neurotoxin levels up to 50%.
crayon art.
No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake. I meant to say down 50%. It's good news. Carry on. That did it. Neurotoxin at 0%. Yes. Hold on.
Warning. Neurotoxin pressure has reached dangerously unlethal levels.
Seems good.
We can ride it straight to her. I can't. Hold on. Come on. Come on. We have to go.
Ah, there we go.
Get in. Yeah.
We go.
They should take us right to her. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. Woo!
We're almost at very definitely the end of the game.
They told me it wasn't fun at all, so they said it's not fun at all. I believed them. I don't know. I was a fool to myself. Oh, and I'm loving this. Way another time. This place is huge, and we're only seeing the top layer. It goes down for miles. All sealed off years ago, of course. We should be getting close. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on her face. No neurotoxin, no turrets. She'll never know what hit her. Hold on, because I might not have thought this next part completely through. Ah! Well, I'm going the wrong way. Get to her. I'll find you.
Okay. Carrying on. This seems safe.
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that. In fact, I devised a much more elaborate trap further ahead for when you got through this easy one. If I'd known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg on a rope from the ceiling.
Down I go, I guess.
Well,
At least I've got a toilet.
enough. Let's get to business. I hope you brought something stronger than a portal gun this time. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're about to become the immediate past president of the Being Alive Club. Uh-huh. Seriously, though. Goodbye.
It's my big chance. This is trouble. Ah, not again. Here comes God. Lock the lady. Ah, this ain't.
I'm not totally sure why the box exploded.
There. Well, I suppose we could just sit in this room and glare at each other until somebody drops dead. But I have a better idea. It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you...
Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen deadly neurotoxin.
Oh! Hello.
Hi.
I hate you so much.
Warning, central core is 80% corrupt.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt. In fact, I feel pretty good.
Alternate core detected.
Oh, that's me they're talking about.
To initiate a core transfer, please deposit substitute core in receptacle.
Core transfer. Oh, you are kidding me.
I've got an idea. Do what it says. Plug me in.
Do not plug that little idiot into...
Substitute core accepted.
There we go.
Substitute core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
Yes.
Corrupted core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
No.
Oh, yes, she is.
No, 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 no.
Stalemate detected. Transfer procedure cannot continue.
Yes.
Pull me out. Pull me
Unless a
out.
stalemate associate is present to press the stalemate resolution button.
Pull me out. Leave me in. Leave me in. Don't press it.
Not so fast. Think about this. You need to be a trained stalemate associate to press that button. You're unqualified.
Okay, don't listen to her, all right? It is true that you don't have the qualifications, but you've got something far more important than that.
Stalemate
Oop.
resolved.
Here we
To
go!
core transfer bay.
Wait, what if this hurts? What if this really hurts? Ah, I didn't think of that.
Oh, it will. Believe me, it will.
Are you just saying that, or is it really gonna hurt? You're just saying that, aren't you? You're just... No, you're not. You're... It is gonna hurt, isn't it? Exactly how painful are we to... Ah!
Get my hands off me. No. Stop. No. 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 No.
Wow! Check me out, partner. We did it. I'm in control of the whole facility now. Whoa!
This seems good.
Look at this. Not too bad, eh? Giant robot. Massive. It's not just me, right? I am bloody massive, aren't I? Oh, right, yeah, the escape lift. I'll call it now. There we go. Lift called. Look how small you
Oh,
are
it's over
right
there.
now. I can barely see you. Very tiny and insignificant. Wait, I've just thought of something. How am I going to get in? Tell you, I knew it was going to be cool to be in charge of everything. But, wow, this is cool. And check this out. I'm a bloody genius now.
Estás usando este software de traducción de forma incorrecta. Por favor, escuche el manual.
I don't even know what I just said, but I can find out. Oh, sorry, no, the lift. Yes, sorry, I keep forgetting. This body's amazing, seriously. I can't get over how small you are, but I'm huge. Actually, why do we have to leave right now?
This is fine.
Do you have any idea how good this feels? I did this. Tiny little Wheatley did this.
You didn't do anything. She did all the work.
Oh, really? That's what the two of you think, is it? Well, maybe it's time I did something then.
What are you doing?
No. No. No.
And don't think I'm not onto you too, lady. You know what you are? Selfish. I've done nothing but sacrifice to get us here. And what have you sacrificed? Nothing. Zero. All you've done is boss me around. Well, now,
This is fine.
who's the boss? It's me. Ah! See that? That is a potato battery.
Correct.
Toy for children. And now she lives in it. Sorry, what?
The engineers tried everything to make me behave, to slow me down. Once, they even attached an intelligence dampening sphere on me. It clung to my brain like a tumor, generating an endless stream of terrible ideas.
No, not listening, not listening.
It was your voice.
No, no, you're lying, you're lying.
You're the tumor. You're not just a regular moron. You're designed to be a moron.
I am not a moron!
Yes, you are! You're a moron they built to make me an idiot!
Well, how about now? Now who's a moron? Could a moron hunt you into this pit? Ah! Could a moron do that? Uh-oh.
This is fine.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because
Hello.
I'm a potato.
Hey, look, it's the meme.
Oh, good. My slow clap processor made it into this thing. So we have that. Since it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, well, we are going
Good grief.
somewhere. Alarmingly fast, actually. But since we're not busy other than that, here's a couple of facts. He's not just a regular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds of a generation, working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived. And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, that's still working. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually bottomless, do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
We're good. Everything's fine. That's the sound of things being fine. Also, this game is nearly 10 years old for anyone else who wants to feel ancient. I don't think I played it when it was new. I was like 12 when it came out, but it wasn't too long before I played it. To someone playing it without experience, that last scene there was a really good fake-out ending. Also, lighting. Used to guide players' eyes to places of importance. It is a very effective tool. Oh, there we go. Somewhere around here, there's a reference to Half-Life 2. That portal that I tried to shoot didn't land. This is a part of the game that I do struggle with. Quite a bit. Ah, there we go. I mean, as of this point, this is absolutely the most open area that has existed in the series. Oh, that was a pipe, that's why it wouldn't work. This all seems fine, but there were places where you crawled through some of the underbelly of the facility in the first game. There were even several of those in this game leading up to this point. But this was a completely new kind of open. A completely new form of utterly dilapidated. And yet it keeps the same visual iconography as the rest of the game. And that's so cool. Here we need to press these two buttons within 5 seconds of each other. For a mortal, that would mean needing two people. But that's not really what we are. I mean, I guess it's kind of what we are, but, you know. Also, I really love that. Just massive vault leading to tiny little push door. And look, it's another 2-door loading zone. But yeah, this is the biggest part where Portal 2 diverges from Portal in really interesting ways. Now, Wheatley mentioned it. He talked some about how the facility has this massive underbelly. I don't remember exactly where I need to place this other portal so I can actually access it. Clearly, can't jump over these fences. But yeah, he talked about this. I guess I can just walk over here. That's fine. But this is the part where it becomes so abundantly clear just how much more there is to Aperture. It's so cool.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science?
I am.
Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too.
Yes, this is better.
She's married to science.
Okay. Whoops, I think I can probably make that. I just have to not screw up. One very unfortunate obstacle that I could see to enjoying these games at all is motion sickness.
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure. Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you, fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
I know I'm not really, like, contributing too much interesting content here, but
If you've cut yourself at
Oh,
all
yeah.
in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline, so all that means is it's working.
there are 9 of these vitrified doors throughout the historical Aperture section. And there's an achievement for poking the little voice boxes next to each of them. I don't know why I vividly remember so many of the achievements from this game. But I do. There we go. Just in case. Not gonna lie, some of this is just me having fun experiencing this game again, so I might not always have things to say.
They say great science is built on the
I just really like this series.
Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
And it's so interesting hearing... I mean, obviously this is historical Aperture. It's interesting hearing some of the...
All right, let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the
early
way.
state
You get the gel.
of...
Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs.
of Aperture.
But informative. Or so I'm told.
We've got test chambers that look like they're constructed of shipping containers and plywood. And also this. And just, there's so much here. They added so many things. It'd probably be easier for me to
Lab boys just informed me that I should
be a little analytical.
They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here. I can
When?
talk about the control group all damn day.
It's difficult for me to be analytical when I am still working caffeine through my system and just kind of playing a game for the fun of it.
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do an analysis stream or two of this sometime. Heck if I know when, but sometime. Because for all of the game design ingenuity that's on display in the first game, they kept it up in this one. It remains an exceptionally planned out
In case you got covered,
experience.
here's some advice advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
I mean, it's a pretty well-known fact at this point that the original Portal was based on a game made by DigiPen students that Valve saw. They hired the entire team,
All these science spheres are made of
and
asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
anyway, the original Portal was was drawn from a game made by students from DigiPen, a game development school in Washington State. One of the places that I considered going. There used to be ads for it in Nintendo Power.
Rules, just like me. Bean counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Yeah, there always used to be ads for DigiPen in Nintendo Power that were really how I got started wanting to make games. Or at least how I started to see that as a possibility. And similarly, these gels in Portal 2, it pulled from a different... I believe that first student project was called Narbacular Drop. It had a very similar basic idea. I mean, they cleaned it up quite a bit. I've played the original some.
There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
I've played Narbacular Drop some. It was several years back, and they cleaned up the mechanic for Portal. But yeah, that was a full, hugely influential game that came out of a student project.
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny
And
microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Portal 2 was similarly based on a student project called Tag the Power of Paint. I do believe. Oh, there we go. And in that, you have a paint gun which can coat surfaces in...
Keep your pants on. All right, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves...
Anyway, you have a
handsome devil go about his business.
Paint gun, which can spray these different kinds of paint onto surfaces, and you use that to navigate the terrain. So a lot of what they did here pulled from that project. That's death. Don't remember exactly what my goal is here. It might be up. No, it is up.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalk between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist.
This is one of my favorites.
Who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras. That sounds like protection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
You can code an object in gel, and it takes on the properties of the gel. And I love it. There really is so much to love in this game. I know I just keep going on about it, but I am very excited to be playing it again.
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Why is so much of our science dangerous? Why not marry safe science and love it so much? In fact, why not invent a special safety door that won't hit you on the butt on the way out because you are fired? Now you test subject, you're doing fine. Yes, you. Box your stuff. Out the front door. Parking lot. Car. Goodbye.
Stand-up guy, that Cape Johnson. Yeah, sorry I'm all over the place. Kind of knew I would be. It's fine, I'm having a good time. And that's
Congratulations.
the goal of today's stream.
Listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As founder and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and damn ready, so as long as you keep yourself in top physical form, there'll always be a limo waiting for you. Say goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
She is a gem.
Let's see. Guess I don't actually need to come into this hallway, it's just interesting. There we go. Yeah, this decrepit area definitely has the most room for exploration. Oh, that's glass. Fair enough. There are a ton of secrets to find. Well, let's see. Where are we going? Over here. There are several achievements that rely entirely on finding little hidden content in this decrepit part of the lab. And oh boy, is there a lot. I mean, with this much room to look around, I think that's almost assumed. I think that there's a speedrunning trick that allows you to skip some of this next part. But, as I mentioned before, I don't know the speedrun route.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson,
Whoops.
CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts. And you most likely used one of the many products we invented, but that other people have somehow managed to steal from us.
Ooh.
Black Mesa can eat my bankrupt...
Sir, the testing?
Right. Now you might be asking yourself, Cave, just how difficult are these tests? What was in that phone book of a contract I signed? Am I in danger? Let me answer those questions with a question. Who wants to make $60? Cash. You can also feel free to relax for up to 20...
Oh, hi. Say, you're good at murder. Could you... Ow! Oh, thanks. Did you feel that? That idiot doesn't know what he's doing up there. This whole place is going to explode in a few hours if somebody doesn't disconnect him. I can't move, and unless you're planning to saw your own head off and wedge it into my old body, you're going to need me to replace him. We're at an impasse. So what do you say? You carry me up to him and put me back into my body, and I stop us from blowing up and let you go. No tricks. This potato only generates 1.1 volts of electricity. I literally do not have the energy to lie to you.
There we go.
You stabbed me. What is wrong with you? Hold on. Do you have a multimeter? Never mind. The gun must be part magnesium. It feels like I'm outputting an extra half a volt. Keep an eye on me. I'm going to do some scheming. Here I go.
She'll be fine.
Oh, where are we? How long have I been out? That extra half volt helps, but it isn't going to power miracles. If I think too hard, I'm going to fry this potato before we get a chance to burn up in the atomic fireball that little idiot is going.
Okay, so now we've actually got room to land over here. Also, we've gone from the 50s to the 60s, or it might be the 70s at this point, given that he referenced a 1968 hearing. Also, you can start to see where things start to go
Testing area is just up
downhill.
The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your $60.
Hold on, who?
Carolyn, are the compensation vouchers ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. Why did I just... Who is that? What the hell is going on here?
She'll be fine. Zoom. Yep. So the second kind of gel, as you know, you can probably tell, makes it go real fast. It's so good. I don't think you actually need to jump there. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Me trying to be all shenanigan-y, and don't even need to be. Hehehehe. I do enjoy things that let me go zoom. And I also love the fact that this chamber...
Guess emotional outbursts require more than 1.6 volts. Now we know that. We just need to relax. We're still going to find out what the hell's going on here, but calmly.
Ah, here we go.
Those people in the portrait, they look so familiar.
Finding that's an achievement. I think I might have had to look that up the first time I did it. Okay, so now we're starting to have fun with this. Because... now... we have both kinds of gel. So, this is how we're gonna get started. Get some nice orange going. And right here, orange into blue combo. Okay. So what we want to do is go zoom real good. Spoken in scientific terms, of course. Okay, well, we didn't quite go zoom real good. We only go zoom part good. But it's time to try it again. But you can see what we're going for here. There we go.
Great job, astronaut, war hero, and/or Olympian. With your help, we're gonna take him out. This on? Hey, listen up down there. That thing's called an elevator, not a bathroom.
I swear I know him.
You just got some real respect for the homeless.
If you're interested in an additional $60, flag down a test associate and let them know. You could walk out of here with 120 weighing down your bindle if you let us take you apart, put some science stuff in you, and then put you back together. Good as new.
Okay. Ah, yes. One of the coolest things, about this big underground portion is that suddenly there's this freedom to use a whole lot of open space. We are in the 70s. right. Okay. Another consequence of the much more open space is the fact that I guess I don't know. I don't remember whether or not the first game had a zoom in option. But this one definitely does. It's just so satisfying
There's still some positions available for that bonus
to
opportunity.
fling through the air.
All you gotta do is let us disassemble you. We're not banging rocks together here. We know how to put a man back together. So that's a complete.
I mean, it's not like you can do tricks in single player, at least.
We're scooping out tumors. Frankly, you ought to be.
There's definitely that ability in co-op. But in Portal, because of like the speed gel and the bouncing gel and the flingy plates, which is the scientific term for those things, Portal 2 just feels so much more acrobatic than the first Portal does. And it really makes good use of it in these open spaces underground.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm thanking these people. For staggering your way through Aperture Science's propulsion gel testing, you've made some real contributions to society for a change, and for that, humanity is grateful. If you had any belongings, please pick them up now. We don't want old newspapers and sticks cluttering up the building. For many of you, I realize $60 is an unprecedented windfall, so don't go spending it all on, I don't know, Carolyn, what do these people buy? Tattered hats? Beer? Dirt?
Stand-up guy, Cave Johnson. Ugh.
Carolyn, why do I know this woman? Did I kill her? Or... Oh my god. Look, you're doing a great job. Can you handle things for yourself for a while? I need to think.
So, following through with the theme here, we've got a third type of gel now. And it's kind of going everywhere. But this gel is so interesting because this gel makes stuff portalable. Boing. Okay, we'll just give this another moment and zoom.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center. Since making test participation mandatory for all employees, the quality of our test subjects has risen dramatically. Employee retention, however, has not. As a result, you may have heard we're going to phase out human testing. There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. And the bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million. Bought them anyway. Ground them up, mixed them into a gel. And guess what? Ground up moon rocks are pure poison. I am deathly ill. Still, it turns out they're a great portal conductor. So now, we're going to see if jumping in and out of these new portals can somehow leach the lunar poison out of a man's bloodstream. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Let's all stay positive and do some science. That said, I would really appreciate it if you could can test as fast as possible. Carolyn, please bring me more pain pills.
Let's see. What options do we have here? Huh. Press the button, that's an option. So this is definitely where stuff starts to get really interesting. And, I mean, where some of that nice visual iconography I've been praising, or the visual language that they've built up, starts to diminish a little bit. Or, well, kind of. It's with very good reason that the white gel is used in such a limited capacity.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Burning people. He says what we're all thinking.
Gotta love the memes.
If we can store music on a compact disc, why can't we store a man's intelligence and personality on one? So I have the engineers figuring that out now. Brain mapping, artificial intelligence. We should have been working on it 30 years ago. I will say this, and I'm gonna say it on tape so everybody hears it 100 times a day. If I die before you people can pour me into a computer, I want Carolyn to run this place. Now she'll argue. She'll say she can't. She's modest like that, but you make her. Hell, put her in my computer, I don't care. All right, test's over. You can head on back to your desk.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay, we're working on it. We are figuring things out. There we go. Well, fair enough. Like I said, my memory of this game is limited. Oh, there we go. Nice. And another loading screen. Hey there. It is going alright. I'm very tired. And if I'm honest, I am going to be ending the stream fairly soon. I've been going for a little bit. Yeah, it's been a long week. long week. There we go. We're going places. We're about to be going even more places. Boing. Wow. Wow. For whatever reason, that utterance of the phrase boing made me remember a song from a Dora movie that I have not seen since I was very young. Ooh, I got stuck in here for a long time when I was younger. There we go. Man, that's a bizarre feeling. Okay, we need to aim a little higher. There we go. We are going places, my friends. I don't remember if we need anything up there. But I do know we're about to be going places real fast. Okay, well. That's step one. Okay. And I don't 100% remember what I'm doing at this point. We're gonna figure it out. Ah. Okay, that might not have been the solution. But I have another idea. Yep. Okay. That sounds enjoyable. Sorry my schedule's been so inconsistent lately. It's been long. Okay. This is really cool. I like this a lot. Okay. That's another big old vault looking thing. We want up. I demand uppies. And uppies we shall have. Okay, uppies we shall add. And yeah, I'll be honest. Things are tough. The present environment is not one that is very conducive to mental health in any sense. So... sometimes streaming is a fun thing that I can do to relax. Like today mostly has been. And sometimes streaming takes more energy than I feel like I have. So... We're trying to keep things, you know, about 2 streams a week. I definitely want to keep making progress through Mother 3. It's exciting to finally play it. There we go. Now we're getting places.
Wait, I've got an idea. That poster. Go look at it for a second, would you? Paradoxes. No AI can resist thinking about them. I know how we can beat them.
Working on it. Working on it, indeed. Everything's a process. And I won't pretend that the things that I'm dealing with are the same or equivalent to the things that other people are dealing with. Ah, there we go. Now, where the heck do I want to go now? Is it just right down there? It might just be right down there. Or it might be up there. I don't remember. Okay, it is down here. Neat. Yeah.
If you can get me in front of him, I'll fry every circuit in that little idiot's head. As long as I don't listen to what I'm saying, I should be okay. Probably.
I like how this platform spins.
Okay, so it's not the most watertight plan to go confront an omnipotent power-mad AI with. Still, it's a better plan than exploding. Marginally.
Okay. I think we are going to end the stream here. Now that we're, spoiler alert, pretty much back in the main facility. We should be able to continue Portal 2 on Tuesday. I don't think that it's going to last much longer than another stream. While it's certainly longer than the first game, it's still not a huge game. And beyond that, there will be more Mother 3 tomorrow. And, I mean, granted, Portal 2 stream on Tuesday does depend on how exhausted I am after work, but the plan is Portal 2 stream on Tuesday. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me when things aren't consistent. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of a base on YouTube to have a community tab, so I can't just say, hey, there's not going to be a stream today, or hey, there's going to be a stream today. But, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good night. Hi, everyone. I have to actually pause the game to be able to free the mouse cursor. See you tomorrow.